We will get right down to business, or about right down to business. I think I have the lineups and stuff to check. Our coaching staff is good. Our scouting staff is good. But it is the lineup that I needed to figure out. Dr. Benorium with the 1,000 bits out of nowhere. Thank you very much, you beautiful, handsome devil. God, so yeah, the question is, honestly, Khalil Joseph being a defender to get a +5 makes a lot of sense. So we need one of these defenders to become a forward. And there's the 85 passing for Brandon Sutter, which playing Brandon Sutter at forward would be pretty fitting. There's the great shot of Steve Robertson, but then there's one of these two, particularly Tyrone Carlson. You know, Tyrone Carlson at forward. But then again, Philip Morrow has wheels, which would benefit him quite a bit. Benefit Philip Morrow quite a bit to be able to play offensively. I think we try Morrow. I think we do. So this is going to be a little bit weird. Just a little bit weird. Let me go to options. Scratch player. So what we'll do is we'll have Joseph replace Sutter. Sutter replaces Robertson, and Robertson replaces Morrow. And then we move Morrow to forward. And he'll be on the top line. That's kind of what I have in mind. We do have to have someone play on their offhanded side. Also, that third pair right now is actually only a +3. Dropping Piper down makes it a +5. So we can do that. Let's have Piper set up for the 1T. We'll have Sutter Joseph. Oh, God, having to play Joseph on the second pair is pretty rough, but I don't really see an option. Joseph really is the one that stands out in such a negative light. We'll try this. I don't really know how I'm going to feel about it, but we'll try it. And then really quickly, yeah, we're going to have to fix up the offensive side of things as well. Let's double check potentials. So Sigalet's the medium elites. Holt's a medium 6. Kolosov's bottom 6. Low 4. Medium elites. We'll bump up the low 4. Froats is low 6. Scally medium 9. Medium bottom 6. Damn, this is a weird one. So medium 9 or low 4. I'd probably rank the medium 9s below the low 4s, low 6s. Maybe. Shit. It's got to be Pasquale or Froats. So Pasquale is on the 4th line. And then this particular line, we're not going to drop Bowden's. It's going to be Froats. Unless something changes. It's funny is we have centers, but they're all terrible at faceoffs. Left wing, 2 left defensemen. I thought if I bumped up Bowden's, I could get a more positive chemistry side of things. When do you plan on creating players? I've been creating some players offline still, so I'm somewhat prepared if EA releases a roster update. Which hopefully they will. And Bowden's actually has good faceoffs. Let's go to 71. All right, Craze, what's up? So there we go. I think that will be the combination. We are going to try to run Philip Morrow as a forward. It kind of sucks someone like Koltsov stuck on the 4th line, but you got to do what you got to do. We'll leave the power play the same with the exception of Joseph being out for Morrow. Same thing. Let's get Joseph off of the power play for Morrow. So let's see how this goes. Again, the big news, Dmitry Kvasha up to an 86 overall. The medium elite. Fortunately, Blomqvist with his X Factors hasn't really stepped up, but it's still a really, really weird team, and the AHL is, I believe, pretty much optimized. Kubish is there. Yeah, the AHL was already optimized. Sweet. So this is going to be a very, very, very weird season for us, but I'm somewhat hopeful and optimistic that we'll be okay. Let's take a look at the new boys on the team. We're not going to have too many of them. We have Jamison Fowler, second-round pick in this last draft, which is awesome. Good old Jamison Fowler. What a guy. The best Fowler as an NHL defenseman in NHL history. Season prediction. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's see. More than 20 wins? Yes or no? So basically, do we improve upon last season's accomplishments? Let's see. The left wing, of course, we have Ty Bodens now. Fresh off of that last draft. First round pick. Not quite the medium elite that went to Edmonton, but the old Silver Fox himself, Ty Bodens. He's 19, going on 49. He is mad as hell, and he's not going to take it anymore. At least I hope. At least I hope. That is the game plan. And then center, I think we're good. No, Belfour was also taken this year. Jackson Belfour. Jackson Belfour. The man's got bangs. How many Silver Foxes? About as many. I mean, we got about as many bald as we have, which is nice. So, let's see what happens here. Running Morrow at forward could backfire in spectacular fashion, if we're being honest. So, let's see. Respond to somebody here. Whew. All right. Really quickly, I'll hit the wrong button. That's always nice. That's always fun. I was gonna say, let's check our overall ratings against Carolina before the season opener. What do we have? 59, 78, and an 81. So our defensive rating actually took a hit because we moved Morrow over to forward. So, not ideal necessarily, but you know, we got to give it a shot. We got to give it a shot. See how things work out for us. Let's see how this season plays out. We already get our first win of the season, and it was a shutout against Vegas. Oh my God, we've won 3 in a row. We do end up losing to San Jose. Best start to a season we've ever had. 4-4-1 through the first couple of weeks. So a decent pace to break more than 20 wins on the year. Although in saying that, we've now been absolutely garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. My goodness. Goodness. 6 wins? Wow, we've been terrible since it opened a month. Sorry about this. Damn. I was hoping that by not paying attention to the team, that we would actually be a smidge better. That is not the case. That is not the case. We're up to 12 wins, though. All right. I was going to say, sometimes we stop paying attention and all of a sudden things, start going a little bit better for us. And that didn't appear to work in December, but it has worked in January. We're up to 14 wins. We hit 20 last year. I'm going to stop the sim here in early February. Carlson's our leading scorer. Morrow, not quite cutting it as a forward. I mean, then again, Alan Sigalet, with his 8 points, isn't quite getting it done either. Shout out to Ender, who's looking for a group. You gotta love when you forget to turn off your notifications. Imagine trying to play NHL 23, Ender. What's the matter with you? Defensively, these +5s don't mean much. Holy shit, Bear Piper jumps up to an 85. He was a 79 at the start of the year. Yeah, we have to reorganize here. For sure. Go with best lines for the moment. Vasha, it's actually been pretty damn good. So if we look at our defense, it actually by default puts Bear Piper with Carlson, has Morrow Robertson. Let's go back to that. 3+5s there. We'll have Joseph on defense. And I think ideally, I'm just going to try. I don't even think I could. Yeah, I can't possibly play people within their natural positions. Who are the best centermen? 68, 70, 71, 72, 79. All right. So we're going to have Milroy, Kolosov, Holtz, and Bodens as our centers. And from there, we will, instead of basing it off of potential, we're just going to base it off of overall.
For those about to score,
kind of see what happens. Connor, thank you for the primer. 16 months. How you been? How have you been? I hope you've been good. And thank you for supporting my face. Still stuck in an ad. Well, GG's. GG's, huh? All right, we are going to leave. We're going to leave the team this way at this stage. Let's just try something different. See if it will kind of spark us and push us on the right path to more wins. So, indeed, I will now repeat myself. Kana, thank you. I hope you've been good. Thank you for supporting my face. It is good to see you. My goodness. Twitch said no cheating. Oh, the old Prime sub in the middle of an ad? Yeah, hey, we hit 20 wins. We need one more. The lineup change seemed to go pretty well for us. One more win this season will see us improved. Philly Hot Dogs is on waivers. The ultimate goon, Phil Kessel. Did I see Costa Rica get recolonized by Spain? That's a hell of a way to put it. I did. They got absolutely destroyed. And there it is. 22 wins on the year. We did indeed improve as a team. Shadowstalker as well. Thank you for the 5 months on the Prime. You guys are far too kind tonight. Thank you. Might we hit 30? Might we hit 30? We're one away. There it is. 5-0 over the Blues. And we figured it out from February on. A team best 31 wins, and we finished above the Penguins. We were 6 points better than Pittsburgh. We will not have the number one lottery odds. Okay. 31, 43, and 8. We finished 6 points above the Penguins. Carolina top team on 125 points. We finished 30th of 33. Wow, is Vegas terrible again? Fourth from the bottom, the Trinidad and Tobago Goonfish with a 58 rated offense. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Goals for, we weren't even in the bottom 5. We had 205 total. That's insanity. Goals against, the fourth most, but that's hilarious that there were teams that were significantly worse than us. Time shorthanded, only 143. So mid-table in terms of discipline. A team like this breaks the sim engine more than it already happens to be broken. As Mikhail Kolosov, 58 points, 30 goals for Gabriel Holt. Bowden's with just 37 points as a rookie. Decent numbers for the actual forwards, and yeah, what a great season for Gabriel Holt. If that doesn't result in him getting an overall boost, nothing will. And then defensively, Tyrone Carlson continues to be our main man. More on Robertson with identical stat lines, except for plus-minus. I mean, look at that. There were only two. Only two players that, in terms of defenders, finished with under 20 points. I have a hunch Alan Sigalet's not really going to develop, and you could argue him being in the AHL would have been better. And both goalies with at least a .901 save percentage. Dmitry Kvasha with a .912. Both goalies, though, with 2 shutouts on the year. Not bad. Not bad. Jonathan Huberdeau, Leon Draisaitl. Only players to break 100 points this year. In terms of goal scorers, 52 for Austin Matthews, and Pierce Shing hits 50. First round pick 2 years ago now. Silvergard was also up there too for the Habs. How the hell he went 4th overall, I will never know. 3rd overall pick in 2024, Mikko Viitanen was also up there. For the defense, Hedman led the way. Morgan Riley. Goal scorer, Dougie Hamilton. Pretty much the usual suspects. Got to Victor Soderstrom, who made it up to an 86. Jesus. I was really hoping that would have been Kevin McAllister. 'Tis the season. Goalie-wise, Blackwood was the winningest. 7 shutouts for Hellebuck and Samsonov. And it's looking like Samsonov is neck and neck with Andrei Vasilevsky for the Vezina. Shout out to Malcolm Subban putting in work for Edmonton. For the rookies, Victor Khudobin is probably going to lose out to Bobby Barker. I mean, we'll see if a -6 is enough to take away an 8-point lead. Don't be surprised if Bobby Barker wins the Calder this year for the Seattle Kraken. I think you've had enough. Help control the pet population. And yet again, the Butte Bruisers have missed the playoffs. That is now 3 seasons in a row having won the Calder Cup the last time they made the playoffs. Damn. Damn. Well then. Let's see who ends up winning the Stanley. The Stanley. Will not be us, and still probably won't be us for a while. The Ottawa Senators have won the Stanley Cup. I believe that's now 5-6 different Cup winners. Carlson showing up as an 87. Ottawa ends up beating Anaheim in 5, revenge for 07. 21 years later for the Ottawa Senators. Fair enough. What do the Sens look like? I mean, their roster's probably completely different. You did indeed see DeBrincat on Anaheim as well. Yeah, they're just a little bit different. They're just a little bit different. Leafs won a series. The Leafs have won a cup in this run. And they got Garland and Pettersson. They brought back Duclair. Goalie-wise, Ilya Samsonov. There you go. There you go. So Ottawa wins the Stanley Cup. Again, the Hartford Wolfpack won the Calder Cup. Jonathan Huberdeau wins the Art Ross as well as the Hart Trophy. Norris goes to Victor Hedman. Calder did end up going to Khudobin. Caswell wins the Conn Smythe. Vasi the Vezina. Ryan Lindgren was another Masterton. Selke goes to Nico Hischier now in Dallas. Ted Lindsay to Huberdeau. Rocket Richard to Austin Matthews. Matt Duchene was the AHL leading scorer. Was also league MVP. Most goals went to a guy named Vico. A guy named Carney was the top rookie. Top defenseman, a man named Muse. Top goalie, Robin Leonard. MVP of the playoffs, Zach Dean. So you got guys like Leonard and Duchene in the AHL already. Fair enough. Fair enough. And that brings us to the end of another season. In terms of progress reports. Ooh. Christian Hedstrom. Again, you can't trust the X factors, but Hedstrom getting better. Again, Piper, that big jump up to an 85. Bowden's up by 3. Morrow up to an 88. So maybe that time at forward did actually help him. We're looking better. We're looking better. We're looking better. With every season. The question now, let me guess, there's going to be a power forward worthy of going first overall, and I'm not going to have the top odds to get him. I am the saltiest man on the face of the planet right now. We have to get a top 4 pick. Desperately. 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 Oh my God. It has to be top 4. We don't even need the defenseman, but I'd certainly take Sophilis with the quick pick. Please, God, let it be a top 4. Please, please, please. This could be our first real lottery heartbreak.
But what? Here comes a pizza. See it? Oh!
Shout out to King Tut for the 26 months on the prime.
And of course, he's been asked to leave the ball game for ruining a good piece of pizza.
We have to hope that someone goes off the board. I can't believe this. Why does this game hate you? I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, it's a curse. It's a curse, I swear. Finally get a top 5 player. And we have the 5th pick. One more look. We need Sophilis or Low, hopefully Low, to be the one that falls. If it's not one of those two, then we're fucked. Pittsburgh, with the first overall pick, takes a guy named Sekach. Milan Sekach, maybe son of Yuri. Vegas at 2 takes Clem. Cole Clem. Here's where it starts to get interesting. Minnesota selects Low. Literally the offensive wrecking ball that we needed. Truculence, close quarters. Will Dallas take Sophilus? Yes, they will. We get absolutely boned by the lottery. I was waiting for it. I wasn't prepared for it to be tonight. I was waiting for it. The first time that we get absolutely boned by the draft lottery. And it finally happened. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. There appears to be, I guess, some optimism still dwelling. We might not be completely screwed. Famous last words. But that is a disastrous start. It really is. I'm going to pretty much take full inventory up to pick number 100 over we'd like to do to get a chance to blow it up. Kind of, sort of. Not to trade for picks, though. I mean, I can let people go and naturally try to rebuild. I can let people go via offer sheet, stuff like that. All right. Let's call a timeout. Let's take a look here, because we're going off the board pretty much no matter what. So goalie-wise, there are a couple of goalies in this draft. It's not the position that we need. There is a medium starter who's 19, 5 years out. Can leave him there, but he's definitely not getting picked early. Jesper Gets, almost 3 years out at 17. He's looking pretty good. And I confirm medium elite, Henrik Bemstrom is 5 years out. So there could always be goalie fallbacks. Defensively, whole lot of defensemen still. There's Amir Cheng, very solid. NHL ready, has stick 'em up. Amir Cheng certainly stays on the short list. Alexander Hedobin, 4 years out at 18, he stays on the short list. Cam Hope, we have to aim higher than medium top 6. There's Dean Leopold, decent. Dakota Stahl, double decent. Jacques Chouinard. He's a bit of a risk. I don't think we'll take him. Jonathan McGrath. Not bad. He can stay on the old short list. Joachim Peltonen. Jaden Schneider. Yeah, you can be out. Jaden Yablonski. Bit of a risk. Murray Gallant's 3 years out, but we know the potential's not great. Johansson, we don't know anything about. Nick Stapleton. Risky for later on. Ole Josefsson. Oh my God, there was a lot of defensemen. Pekka Vico, 3 years out, but nearly a confirmed medium 7th. Stanley Wilkinson, we don't really know enough about. Oh my God, Bartkowski. 3 years out. Terrence Holt. Maybe 3 years out. And then Theodore Oliwa. Unconfirmed elite edges. Need him higher than that. So right now, clearly the pick is way down here at the bottom in Amir Cheng. Unless there's a forward that can match that. It's not Glenn Malhotra. It's not Kirk Newberry. Four years out, potential low elite for Ricardo Reed. Only guy here would really be Jaden Summers. 3 years out, confirmed 1T. First round looks like Cheng. Second round looks like Summers. Let's do it. We'll take Amir Cheng, the defenseman. The Swissman. 76 rated, medium top 4. The hell of a... He's not even a silver medal. He's the bronze medal in this instance. That is a heartbreaker. who have not ended up with one of those two medium elites. That is very, very, very tough. Very tough indeed. Wilkinson was a medium 4, 64 rated. Do you have any abilities? A couple. Nothing too crazy. Tim Oshie. Pico was a medium 6, so was Schwinnard. All right. Well, we'll get to decent players. No likely amazing players. Let's take the grinder, Jaden Summers. 64 medium top 6 with no contest in 1T. Obviously, if we had ended up with Summers and Lowe, all of a sudden our offense would actually look pretty damn good. That's not what happened. Third round. Who do we have? So that medium elite goalie is off the board. Defensively, it was just a couple of risky picks, pretty much. And then forward-wise, let's go for Ricardo Reed and hope he's actually a low elite. Crash Andrews, how the heck are you? Again, we don't need goalies. I agree this goalie looks amazing, but I don't need him. I simply don't need him. Like we have to draft for need instead of best available in this instance. So Ricardo Reed from Swift Current is the pick. Another low top 6 forward. Jesus, I can't escape them. I will check to see how good that goalie was, though. 60 overall, low elite, no abilities. So I think we did okay. I think we did all right. It's been a disappointing draft, though, no doubt. No doubt. What do we have left on our board? Not a single player left because we're past pick 100. If we sort by potential, we still have a couple of goalars. 49 months from the artist formerly known as Sergachev. How are you, buddy?
With the Patriots jacket,
Thank you. Need my spirits to be elevated a little bit after this draft. This was a pretty rough L to take. Pretty rough L. Well, the San Jose Sharks stopped doing well. My God. Not going to let the likes of Sin and No Sleeves have any fun whatsoever. My God.
Oh, we're doing this again?
My goodness. Shout out to Pickle Tick on the 6 months. You guys have been, again, far, far too kind with the resubs tonight. Thank you. Thank you. And a happy Thanksgiving, Pilgrim. So looking here, let's look at those goalies, because there were a shitload of goalies. Honestly, then let's not worry about it. What roster? EA's most recent update. Unconfirmed abilities, 4 years out at 20 years old. 5 years out at 17. Let's look for forwards. Okay, almost has confirmed shutdown. We need forwards. Who do we got? 5 years out, unconfirmed crease crasher. 5 years out at 19. 5 years out at 17. 5 years out at 20 years old. 5 years out at 19. Unconfirmed 4 years out. Unconfirmed magnetic. I think we're going to go for Brule, and then in the next round, we're going to look for Holloway. Just the younger forwards. Hope we get something here. Maurice Brule. Terrible. This is going to probably end up being our worst draft yet. Yeah, let's take Holloway since he's younger. 2 low 9s in a row. Outside of the first 2 rounds, this has been brutal. We do still have a lot of players pinned, specifically goalies. So if we look at the 4 skaters, 19, unconfirmed 5 years out. I don't trust Dmitriev. 5 years at 19. We got another forward, another low 6. Kalle Sundqvist. Screw it. 51 overall, low 6. And in the 7th round, the 1 defenseman and 3 goalies. A gem in Amrit Hodgson. Interesting. That dude's 5 years out at 20 years old. Rose Hill. Well, we know Klesla's not going to be great, so screw it. Let's go for Hodgson. A super late projected gem. Who's a 47 overall medium elite. Long way to the top for him. I mean, Chang and Summers will both be good for us, but man, that was rough. That was rather rough. And we're going to have to start re-signing players as well, which is also pretty tough. But Morrow rocking an 88 now. He jumped Carlson. Robertson, the low elite's looking good. Sutter's looking good. I mean, again, our defense basically set. Especially now, we're able to sign Cheng. Our defense is good to go. It's just for the love of God. I needed a top-notch forward. And I very, very much do not have one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, I don't think we have to keep... for the hell of it, we can keep Coop and Kaigorodov for a little bit longer. On the wing, like our top right wing is a 69 overall, which is very not nice. Despite what you would think, not nice. Hopefully, I'm going to have space to sign everybody that I want. Because I might not. No one wants to. It's not true. Marcel wants to stay. All right, let's get rid of Dunn. Get rid of McKinnon. I'm going to buy out Gabe Smith since he was accidentally a two-way. We might end up having to put some thought into who actually stays and who goes at this stage. Fucking all the RFAs in the world. My God. Just trying to make sure that the AHL is good to go. But I mean, we're keeping some players where, yeah, it's not looking all that great. Let's move forward a day. 44 contracts, UFAs, nobody. And then unsigned, just these two, Sommers and Reed. So let's sign them really quickly. Hopefully. Cool. So yeah, from this point, we'll have to sort out the roster with goodness. From this point, we're just gonna have to set things up in terms of who actually starts on what roster. You know? Let's go back over to our RFAs really quickly. Operated RFAs. Oh boy. So Kavasha is going to want all of the money. And we will give him all of the money. Blomqvist, who will probably be our backup for years and years, forever and ever, amen. Let's also give him an hilarious amount of money. Vinny. Just give him what he's looking for. Defensively, Morrow. Just going to try to sign him until the end of time. It's going to be expensive, but I'm willing to do it. I'm going to Kyle Dubas this bad boy and say the cap's going to go up. So don't worry about it. We'll hold off on paying Robertson the big bucks for the moment. Smoot, we ended up winning 31 games, was it? It was 31 games this year. We actually did rather well, but unfortunately that screwed us out of higher lottery luck, and we paid for it. So it was a little bit rough in that regard. Oh my God, we have so many RFA forwards. This is absurd. Olosov's going to look for all the money. Holtz. Try to hold off on the big deal. Him for the moment. Just like that, down to $33 million in cap space. We're really not going to need cap whales at this point. I'm making rosters this year. I am hoping to start with EA's next update that should be out this week. We'll see if they put a hold to that because of the holiday in the US, despite being a Canadian company. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it would be a little bit before anything were to be available. So rosters take time, especially when EA don't do them well to begin with. Let's see. All right. So yeah, we should honestly be good cap-wise heading in the next year. As hilarious as that is, given how bad this team is. 28 million in space. That it was smooth. I enjoyed it. Korolyuk and Kondratiev. And there we go. All right. So in terms of all expiring contracts, we're looking all right. We'll still have to sort things out when it comes to our staff and scouts. As always, we just lost a shitload of scouts. So that kind of sucks. But yeah, we'll at least be able to set up all of this, which hopefully we haven't shot ourselves in the foot by getting better just a little bit sooner than we needed to.